Casinos aren't afraid of your bad luck. They're actually terrified of your good luck, provided you walk away. Did you know that a big win early on is often the death sentence that eventually costs people their life savings? The truth about this psychological trap is terrifying, and today, we're going to expose it. Before we dive into the dark secrets behind those neon lights, if you find value in this, please hit that subscribe button. Your support keeps this channel going. Thanks a ton. We've all heard the phrase, "the house always wins," but do we really understand it? Let's look at Stanley Ho, the legendary king of gambling who built the Macau casino empire. Do you know what his #1 rule was? He never gambled. His famous motto was, "If you don't gamble, you win." He even banned his own family from the tables. Why? Because he knew the math. Many people think, it's 50-50, right? If I play long enough, I'll break even. Wrong. Even in fair-looking games like Baccarat, the casino takes a commission, usually around 5% on banker wins. Think of it this way. You bring $100 to the table. You play 40 hands. You win 20, you lose 20. You think you broke even? No. That 5% commission has been slowly eating away at your stack every single time you won. The longer you sit there, the closer your chance of losing everything gets to 100%. Here's the industry secret. Casinos don't need to beat you. They just need you to stay. That's why they give you free drinks, comped hotel suites, and limos. They aren't being nice, they are buying your time. Time is the vacuum cleaner that sucks the money out of your pocket and into their vault. Before we get into a heartbreaking real-life story, I have a question for you. What is the casino's deadliest weapon? Let me know in the comments, A or B. A, rigged games, card counting, and magnetic balls. Or B, your own psychology, greed, and keeping you at the table. Drop your answer below. Let's see what you guys think. To show you how this destroys lives, let me tell you about a guy we'll call Michael. He's a classic example of the beginner's luck trap. Michael was a hard-working engineer. Back in 2011, he tried sports betting for the first time. Overnight, he turned $500 into $4,000. In 3 months, he turned a small savings account into $50,000, more than he made in a whole year of grinding at his job. And that was the beginning of the end. The tragedy wasn't that he lost, it was that he won. That easy money destroyed his work ethic. He looked at his paycheck and thought, "This is pennies. Why work when I can bet?" He quit his job to become a professional gambler. But luck has no memory. The winning streak ended, and the losses started. Because his brain was wired to expect easy thousands, he couldn't accept losing. He started chasing. In less than 6 months, he lost the $50,000 profit, and then went into debt for another $150,000. He hit rock bottom. Banks chased him. He hid in cheap motels, terrified. Thankfully, his parents stepped in. They sold their retirement home, their honest life's work, to bail him out. The lesson? Recovery isn't just about stopping. It's about relearning how to value normal life. Michael had to go back to work for entry-level pay, living in a tiny apartment. It was humbling, but accepting that boring stability was the only way to save his life. My brother actually worked in the casino industry for years, and he broke down the 3 types of people he saw lose it all. Do you recognize anyone here? First, the adrenaline junkie. Usually young, rich kids. They don't care about the money, they care about the rush. They want the heart-pounding thrill of an all-in. They might win big, but they inevitably lose it all because they never stop. Second, the tilter. These are successful professionals. They are disciplined in business, but they have a breaking point. Once they lose a certain amount, they go on tilt. They get angry, emotional, and start betting the house to win back a few $1,000s. And third, the hollow soul. The super rich. Money means nothing to them. They gamble because they feel empty inside. They are just throwing money into a void, hoping to feel something. The casino exploits all of this. They put up those electronic scoreboards showing patterns. It's an illusion. It makes you think you can predict the future. You can't. Believing you see a pattern in a random game is financial suicide. If you or someone you love is gambling, check which stage they are in right now. It usually happens in 4 steps. Stage 1. The honeymoon phase. You play small. You win a little. You think, hey, if I just make $50 a day, that's groceries covered. This is the bait. Stage 2. The fallacy. You take your first big loss. Instead of walking away, You remember that one time you won big. You tell yourself, I have experience now. It was just bad luck. You raise your bets to win it back fast. The hook is set. Stage 3. The chase. You are down big. Panic sets in. You start the chase. You split your debt into chunks, thinking, I just need to win $1,000 10 times. You start borrowing money, lying to your spouse, maxing out credit cards. You aren't playing to win anymore, you're playing to survive. And finally, stage 4. Rock bottom. No money left. No credit left. You make high-risk bets with your last dollar, hoping for a miracle. When the miracle doesn't come, families are destroyed. Looking back at Michael's story and the math of the casino, we realize a harsh truth. Gambling isn't a game of chance. It's a psychological matrix designed to exploit human greed. The biggest trap is the early win. It floods your brain with dopamine and convinces you that you are special, that you can beat the system. It makes honest work feel boring. But remember, the casino doesn't need to cheat. They just sell you hope while the math quietly bleeds your wallet dry. So, what is the lesson here? The biggest win in gambling isn't hitting the jackpot. It's conquering your own ego, standing up, and walking out the door forever. If you haven't played, keep it that way. Don't even try it, for fun. It triggers a greed you didn't know you had. If you are chasing losses, you need to understand the sunk cost fallacy. The money you lost is gone. It is not coming back. If you try to win it back, you will only lose your future. Treat that lost money as expensive tuition for a life lesson. Come clean to your family. Hand over your finances to someone you trust. Find joy in the slow, boring grind of real life. Because a peaceful sleep in a small apartment is worth infinitely more than a sleepless night in a high-roller suite. Remember, the only way to beat the house is to not play the game. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and stay smart.